New office, my third and final incarnation of my office in this house. Jump scare! I thought in today's video, much better, that we could talk a little bit. Wow, it looks like I've just sneezed on myself. This is really derailing the start of the video. I thought in this week's video, let me just sort myself out. So that's better. I thought for this week's video, I would walk you through my idea for my office, my new office, my third and final incarnation of my office in this house, my office slash studio space, whatever you want to call it. I want it to do all things, so we're going to need to work it out. Let me show you my current office and the room that it's going to go into. I can't believe I'm about to show you this because it's so embarrassing. When I show you this, just remember, it's the end of the year. I've done many workshops in the last couple of weeks. I've done markets. I've still got markets coming up. Just bear that in mind. Just bear that in mind. So we've got my partner's stuff there, which is already not ideal. That's the floor situation. Don't know honestly. That's market stuff. That's workshop stuff. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about that either. And then we've got my desk. Equally, you guessed it, we don't talk about that. And then my shelves, which is like sort of okay, yeah. And then we just go into don't talk about it. So yeah, and that's literally all the floor space that there is. Don't talk about that. Machine on the floor. Something needs to be done. So yeah, literally all the floor space that there is. I have a tiny thing to walk to my chair. Then we're at my desk. Chaos, chaos, chaos. And now, excuse the light down here, I'll show you where it's gonna go. And this is also very real because I've not tidied up or really even cleaned, and I've just noticed that my washing machine's finished. So yeah, so here is the new office. It's a kitchen, there's stuff all over the side. Oh my god. Let me show you from the other way. So you walk in, the boiler's there, that's gonna have to stay, so I'm thinking box that in somehow, maybe make a cupboard. That cupboard is ours that we brought from the old house. If you've been here that long, that's where my knitting machine used to go, so it may be returned to that purpose. This is my little trolley, which is useful for all kind of things, but as you can see, it's covered in crap. So all this is getting ripped out. All this is getting ripped out. Fridge. It's so messy. But I'm thinking my desk at that side, so I can be near the window. And then I don't know. I've got a sofa to go in. That's our old living room sofa. So I'm thinking maybe that there, or I'm thinking it could go here. It could maybe sit there at the back of the room, and it could be like a little cozy corner. Oh, look at my little Christmas tree. That's where the house is nice. That area. This is not nice. So yeah, maybe sofa there. But then also I was maybe thinking I could have this area as like my knitting machine, stuff that's not business stuff, but stuff that belongs in this room, and having all business up this end. And then maybe like another work surface here, like a packing table of some description. I don't know. This was under the floor. My partner had to rip it up to see where the water was coming from to move it into the next room. So he's not put it back. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So yeah, maybe workspace here. I'd like to have a lot of surface area, which I think I'm asking for it with that really, because will I keep it tidy? Probably not. But I don't know, I'd like to think I would. Well, I'm just thinking for this new office, storage is going to be the key. I'm going to have lots of storage solutions. Everything will have a place. So then hopefully it will always find its way back to that place. Fingers crossed. So what I'm thinking is, now you know the rough plan, shall we go back upstairs and draw a floor plan? I think we should. Let's try and flesh it out. So you've already seen this, so now I feel slightly less ashamed about you seeing it on camera now. And you've probably seen it on camera loads of times before, but you've all just been too polite to say anything. So for that, I thank you. So I'm just going to get some paper, and then I'm not gonna do this to scale because it's just to get an idea of where things are gonna go. So I'm just gonna do a rough rectangle that's roughly the size of the room. And then, do you know what I'm thinking I'm gonna do? Because I like to play around with these things. I think I'm gonna cut out a tiny desk, a tiny sofa, and some other little furniture bits so I can actually move them around the page. Because I always think if I draw it out, then I want to do a different version. I've got to draw the whole thing again. I can't be bothered. So yeah, let's just cut them out and then we can literally just move them around. I am going to treat myself with a ruler. If you know me, you know I don't use a ruler very often. Right, so if that's the room, the windows go in there, and that's got about, let's do it like that. It's got about that much either side. And then we've got the door here, which is like that, I guess. Again, this is all just like rough. And then that's it for like actual physical features, because everything else is getting ripped out. We're not worrying about plug sockets because we can put those in. So let's do some little furniture. Right, so I'm thinking my desk there next to the window, like I said, and then I'm thinking I actually do want a second desk space to like, this is like with my computer and my printer, stuff like that, admin. But then if I want to do like actual creative stuff, get a bit messy, maybe I could have my sewing machine always set up there. That would be nice actually. That's there. And then I was thinking my sofa behind my desk. And then I don't know, my cupboard here with my knitting machine on, and then you could sit round this side of the cupboard to use the knitting machine. And then maybe shelves and my packing table with its back to the sofa, so you'd come round this side to use it. Or would it be better, move that up a bit, put my shelves over here, so they're sort of just like out of sight. Well, not out of sight, but just tucked away in the corner there. Because that is the shelf and I've got another one, so they can look a bit messy at times. So yeah, maybe that. I'm just thinking, I really want to consider when I'm sat filming videos, because right now the backdrop behind me is not nice, it's ugly. So I'm thinking when I'm sat at my desk, the sofa area will be behind me, and that might be quite nice. And then I've got to think about when I'm sat on my like working desk, like my making sort of desk, what the backdrop might be for there. It'd be sort of sofa again, but maybe also packing table. So I'm just thinking about all the different angles in the room and how it's gonna look. Because sorry to say, but like social media and content is everything. So I'm just going to be constantly filming content, whether it's for YouTube, for Instagram, whatever. So I just need the room to always look its best without having to think about, right, where shall I set up my camera? I just need to be able to do it and it just works. Because that will save me so much time. So yeah, that's possible, I think. Or what was I actually thinking of having my sofa on that back wall, wasn't I? So maybe we should see what that looks like. So what if I put my sofa in this area, like I said, and then maybe I could actually put my second desk against the window over there, so you'd see it in the background of videos that I'm filming that way. But that might be okay because it's like a creative space. Not sure where these would go. Maybe over here. No, maybe over here actually. Maybe next to the desk. And then I guess, see, my knitting machine table is going to be kind of floating. Maybe that could go, maybe that could go next to there. And they could go over there, and then that's kind of just random. And I might get like a little coffee table set up down here. Not sure, you know. Right, I'm going to take photos of the two of these setups and I'll put them on together side by side, and then you tell me in the comments which one you think is the best. Please. Okay, so I took more than one picture of configurations there because I just don't know. It's the back corner next to where you come into the door. So when you walk in and there's that corner next to you, I don't know what I want that to be. It could be really nice as a little cosy sofa corner, although the boiler's above you, so I don't know if you really want the boiler above you when you're sitting on your little cosy sofa. It depends what it looks like when we box it in, but either sofa corner or out of the way knitting machine and other crafts corner that aren't really related to like day to day. But then that sort of leaves my sofa floating in the middle, but that might actually be quite nice. And I do like the idea of having both the desks near the window, so my admin desk and then my like making desk. That seems like quite nice. Obviously there'll be nice light there. So yeah, I don't know. I could turn my sofa so it's not got its back to the wall, but it's got its back to like the knitting machine corner. I do not know. So yeah, please let me know. Please let me know. And I will of course keep you updated, hoping to start that project first thing in January as soon as possible, because I cannot live like this anymore. So yeah, so please, if you're not already, subscribe. Please comment and tell me what you think is best, because I am losing my mind. And yeah, and I'll see you in January for hopefully a very simple, it's not going to be, but I'm just going to put that out there in the universe, a very simple and satisfying renovation project. It will be satisfying to rip out that old kitchen, so at least there's that. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.